Let's talk Luigi Mangione. He was back in a New York City courtroom today for a critical hearing to determine what evidence will be allowed in his upcoming state murder trial. Mangione's appearance comes nearly a year after prosecutors say he gunned down UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson in a brazen assassination. The 27-year-old has pleaded not guilty to state charges against him, including murder, as well as federal charges that carry the possibility of the death penalty. And joining me now for more on this is ABC News' Reena Roy, who is outside the courthouse. Reena, thanks for joining us. I know you've been there all day. And a lot of the focus today was on surveillance footage from the McDonald's in Pennsylvania where Mangione was actually arrested, and also items allegedly discovered in his backpack. What did it show?
Yeah, well, Rhiannon, you're right. His arrest has really been central to this critical hearing so far. It's really been the main talk in the courtroom today. Prosecutors played out the 911 call from the McDonald's manager who let the 911 dispatcher know that customers were feeling unsettled and upset because they felt that they had spotted the alleged shooter in the Brian Thompson killing. And they also want to show the jury video footage that they say shows Mangione before, during, and after the shooting. You mentioned those backpack items. Those have also been a key piece of evidence in this, including a red notebook that allegedly contained Mangione's writings, and also inside that backpack, an alleged 3D printed gun and a silencer. Prosecutors, of course, want to show the jury that evidence, but the defense is putting up a fight, saying they want to exclude that evidence because a warrant was not used to search that backpack, they say.
And we also heard from a corrections officer about Mangione's time behind bars. What did that corrections officer say?
Yeah, that's right. A Pennsylvania corrections officer is on the stand testifying about Mangione's time in a Pennsylvania high-security prison near Altoona where he was arrested. And that officer says he was being held in that high-security prison with constant supervision to ensure his well-being. And he said he was told that a supervisor, quote, did not want an Epstein-style situation. And he talked about Mangione approaching him to have a conversation once. He says they talked about their travels, and they also, interestingly, talked about health care, specifically the difference between privatized and nationalized health care. He said Mangione did not give his opinion on that, but he did say that Mangione asked about his perception in the media and also expressed a desire to make a public statement, Rhiannon.
And what was Mangione's demeanor and also the supporters that were in the courtroom as well?
Yeah, so I can tell you that Mangione has been very engaged today. He has not shown emotion, but he seems to be very focused. He is listening closely. He did take notes during that 911 call that was played out in the courtroom. He's also been looking very closely at the videos and the documents that prosecutors have been presenting. Now, as for his supporters, he has seen quite the show of support today. Nearly 24 people showed up bright and early this morning on this cold New York day, hoping to get a spot inside. And they crammed in the back 2 rows of the courtroom, and they at times are craning their necks to try and get a glimpse of Mangione. They're also wearing T-shirts in support of him, Rhiannon.
All right, this is far from over, Reena Roy. Thank you so much for that.